Alright, YouTube, Navajo TV here. I'm doing this while I'm driving because I don't have a lot of time throughout the day to really make some videos as far as this one goes. I'm gonna tell y'all about my story and what happened to me. Just so y'all know, I am driving hand-free because, you know, I don't have two hands anymore. Some of y'all are wondering how, some of y'all are wondering when, some of y'all are wondering both. I'm gonna answer that question for y'all. So, as of December 22nd, 2019, 8 o'clock p.m., Crosby, Texas, I rolled a Polaris Razor, my buddy's Razor, and got sent to the hospital. That's more or less what happened. Jump back a bit here, my bad. Before the accident, I was an avid fisherman. I worked out a lot. I worked on cars a lot. I was a mechanic for 6 years. I've been working out for probably just as long, if not longer. And I just recently really got into fishing, maybe 2-3 years ago, and I've been building my collection ever since. Fishing brings a sense of calm, you know, when you're out there, you're fishing and everything. So I love to be out there fishing. Working out does the same thing for me. Something about it is calming. I feel good after my workouts. Anyway, back to, about the accident. Me and my buddy Chris were out riding his Razor out in Crosby, and we were having a blast. Good old time. And I still think it was a good time, regardless of the circumstances that took place. I had a great time. I don't blame him for any of it. He doesn't blame himself, which I'm glad. I asked him if he blamed himself. He said no. I made sure that he really didn't, because I don't believe it's his fault. But shit happens, and I'm okay with that. And people always tell you God has a plan. Shit doesn't happen. Shit happens for a reason. I'm not super religious, but I do believe in God, and I do believe He has a plan, and this is His plan. So I'm making the best of that, and I believe I'm truly making the best of it. So, while I was in the hospital, of course, in the beginning, I was highly upset, y'all. And eventually, I overcame that, and I was able to find, I wouldn't say joy, but more or less laughter. I found laughter in the sense that I was like, hey, I found my new attachment for my arm, and it was a Mega Man picture of Mega Man. Those of you that don't know who Mega Man is, he's an 80s an 80s game. Back when Nintendo first came out. And everything. So, but anyway, he's this character where his left arm, and every now and then you'll see him, the arm switches, but whatever. He has one arm that is a blast cannon. It's a blaster. And I thought it was hilarious to joke around. I was like, oh yeah, I can be Mega Man now. Y'all just put a cannon on my hand and I'll be like Mega Man. So that was the joke that helped me get through this. And I joke about it all the time. You know, I go out to dinner and people ask me, "Hey, how y'all doing tonight?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a little short-handed." So, but yeah. So I lost my arm, and the doctors told me there was nothing they could do to save it. Gotta do what you gotta do, doc. So, 12 days I spent in the hospital, and 4 surgeries later, I'm back. I'm at home. I was supposed to start a new job on the 6th. I was released on the 2nd of January. They said, "Hey man, if you need another week before you're ready, take that extra week." So I did, and I started the following week, and they welcomed me with open arms. I mean, it's like nothing was different about me. I loved it, you know. But one of the things I want to touch base on is, you know, while I was in the hospital, with my family and my friends. My best friend Chris of 20 years. When the accident happened, he made sure that they took me to the best trauma center in Houston. He blatantly disobeyed the EMS crew and followed them through every single red light at 90 miles an hour behind the ambulance to make sure that he was there when they wheeled me in. My mom, of course, I mean, she hightailed it up there, and then my girlfriend, Natalie, who all three, for the most part, were there almost every day. My mom was there every day, all day. I couldn't thank her enough for taking off work that long. My girlfriend came and saw me every day. My buddy Chris came and saw me every day. So those 3 people I couldn't thank enough. But the people I really can't thank enough are the ones that donated to the fundraiser that my buddy Chris started, where they raised $9,500 for my medical bills. Sorry, it still gets to me. You know, the kindness that people shared, and rather than spending that $9,500 on medical bills, I've decided that I'm going to put all of that towards getting a prosthetic. So I'm going to make sure that their money isn't just wasted on bills. It's going to go towards, I mean, of course the money was meant for the bills, but I think they'd all appreciate and would be glad to see that money went towards getting a prosthetic. So that's what I'm going to do. And I can't thank every single one of those people enough. People I know, people I don't know. Every single one of you is awesome. And thank you. So, yeah, you know, it's definitely been a change. It's been different. You know, being one-handed is definitely different than having two. So, you know, you got to learn how to do different. You got to learn to do the same things differently. You know, a lot of the things that are simple day-to-day things, you don't realize just how simple they are until you lose a key factor in doing those tasks. You know, putting clothes on. I wear blue jeans and boots every single day with a belt, and you know, I've gained a little weight, so I had to up my pant size. But you know, I can't wear some of the pants that actually do fit my waist that are a little tighter, simply because I can't button them with one hand. So, you know, put on socks is different. You know, I've got a trick for that. Luckily, boots, you don't have to tie any shoelaces, so I ain't got to worry about that. And all my other shoes, I never untie them, so I just slip them on. I saved me that headache. So I mean, that's my story. You know, I was an avid fisherman. I worked out a lot. I worked on cars, and I plan to still do all that. In fact, I'm still working out. As of last week, I've officially restarted my routine of going to the gym. I go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays. Ordered a product called the Aldridge Arm, which I've done a video on. I will make other videos of more in-depth videos of actually using the product later. And I will be conducting other demonstrations of another product that I mentioned in that video as well. Moral of the story, guys, is no matter how huge the life-changing event is in your life, whether it's losing a limb or anything else that could possibly be worse, because I promise you, you know, besides losing your life, there's always someone out there that has it worse than you. Always. Always, always, always. There's always going to be someone out there that has it worse than you and is making it work. And that should be your motivation right there. And that's the way I see it. I see videos of guys that have less than me and are out there making it work. They're out there doing stuff that I didn't even think would be possible with what they have. And they're doing it. So why can't I? Or why can't you? So, in the beginning of my video, I said I called this a blessing in disguise. And I say that because if I can motivate someone who's had a life-changing event, and it doesn't have to be losing a limb, it can be anything, to get back up on their feet and start doing start getting back to what they used to do. No matter what it is. If I can get at least one person to do that and motivate them, then I've done my job. You know, one of my managers always told me is like, all I ever ask of you is for you to do your best. As long as you do your best, no one can ever do better than you. Because you're doing your best. You're trying, and you're not giving up. One of my characteristics that he loved the most was that I was very persistent. And I always tried to be the best. And there's nothing wrong with trying to be the best. But, and I say that in the sense that trying to think here. Be the best that you can be, no matter what. So that's all. Like I said, that's all anyone can ever ask of you, and that's all I'm going to ask of you. So don't give up, y'all. I haven't. Others who have it worse haven't. So, sorry about that. That was my radar detector. But don't give up. I haven't gave up. People who have it worse than me haven't gave up. So, just keep on striving. Keep on moving forward. Eventually everything does get easier. May not be now, may not be tomorrow, but it does.
KA band.
So, that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna show some clips of me before and after. If y'all haven't seen them, and then there'll also be some clips that aren't on my channel. So stay tuned for that. And that's it. Until next time, y'all.
Yeah! And I'm recording.
Oh, bro. Yeah. They freaking got one. That is classic. Bro, that's hilarious. Well, y'all, Jim's on the board.
Yeah. Oh my god. Baby, that's something big.
No.
Yeah, it's really mine. It's a win!
Oh.
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
Whoosh.